do this morning?
I did many math problems this morning.
Lots of math problems. How old are you?
I'm now 10.
10. And how's your place right now? Where are you exactly from China?
Now I'm in Shanghai.
Oh, you are in Shanghai. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you a Shanghai resident, or did you just there for a temporary stay?
I'm
Because
I'm a
some
Shanghai
other
resident.
students right now are stuck somewhere else because of the virus. But how about you?
I am a Shanghai resident.
Are you really a resident in Shanghai? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how is Shanghai these days? Like, are things getting back to normal, or are you still very wary of the virus and that you're still staying at home? Quarantining.
Actually the virus is not that bad now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that again, please.
Now the virus is not that bad.
Okay, so you're able to contain the virus, right?
Yeah.
You're able to flatten the curve. So when was the last time you went out?
Just this afternoon.
Just this afternoon. Oh, what did you do outside?
I ride my bicycle.
Oh my, do you have to wear personal protective equipment like masks?
Yeah.
Still, okay, how long did you stay there?
About 1 hour.
1 hour. So how's it like on the streets? Like, is it the same as usual, like 2 months back, or still getting there, still getting to its usual pace? How is it?
There isn't much people because everyone is resting.
Resting. Okay. So, but there are more and more people getting outside these days compared to a few weeks back, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which grade are you in, Jack?
Pardon?
Which grade are you in?
I'm in grade 3.
Third grade. All right, I see. Now, what are your interests?
I like reading English books.
Good. What else?
I like playing basketball.
Playing basketball. Oh, I like playing basketball as well. All right. Now let's assume things were still pretty normal. How often do you get yourself to play basketball?
3 times a week.
3 times a week. Good. Now, have you had any online classes before, like this setup? Did you learn English online before, or is this your first time to learn English online?
I have been learning online with another teacher for about 2 years.
2 years already. Wow. So you're not new to this thing, right?
Yeah.
Are you still learning with that teacher?
Yeah. Tonight I'll have a class.
Oh, so you're just adding classes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's your teacher from? Like from the US? From UK?
The teacher is from the Philippines.
Oh, the Philippines too. Do you know where I'm from?
Also the Philippines.
Obviously, I'm from the Philippines as well. All right, Jack, are you ready? Oh, by the way, just call me Teacher Michael, okay?
Okay.
That's my name. You ready, Jack?
Yeah.
Great. Do you have a book?
Yeah. I have the book.
Right. Is your teacher a male or a female teacher?
The teacher is a female.
Sorry?
The teacher is a female.
Female. All right. Good. So you have a male and you also have a female teacher. So that balances things out. And the first genre that we're going to be exploring is a fairy tale. What do you know about fairy tale, Jack?
Fairy tales are not real.
Correct. They are real. What other elements are there in a fairy tale? What are
Uh,
the unique elements of a fairy tale?
Fairy tales tell a
Usually,
story.
yeah, it tells a story. Yeah, it's a tale. It tells a story. And what makes a fairy tale fairy tale?
Mm,
Mostly when you read fairy, you said you like books, right?
yeah.
I mean, right, reading, like reading English books, right? Like what kind of English books do you indulge yourself to?
Fiction.
Fiction. Yeah, what kind of fiction? Novels, short stories, fairy tales, whatever have you.
Uh, I I've been reading lots of novels.
Wow, you are devouring novels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a long time to finish a novel, right? Okay, let's just postpone our lesson. What kind of novels have you read so far?
Uh, there's uh, there are 42 books of a series called The Magic Treehouse.
Okay, what's the title again? What is the series again?
Uh, it's a series with 52 books called The Magic Treehouse.
Magic House,
Magic Treehouse.
Tree House. Okay, something like that, or I don't know the spelling. So it's 52 book series, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Which book are you currently reading?
I have already done maybe
Till which?
about maybe about 30 books.
30 books. So you still have like 24 more to go, right?
Yeah.
Like in that 30, in all of those 30 books, how long did it take you to finish them?
If I if I am interested with it, maybe maybe just a night.
The 30 books, or maybe you talk about one book?
One book.
One book. So if you're just being constant and reading a night, then in a month you can be able to finish 30 different books of the series, right?
Yeah.
Other than that series, have you ever also read other novels or other books, other fiction books?
There's also a series uh, called My Weird School.
I'm sorry?
There's another series called My Weird School.
Mm-hmm. Like how many books compose that series?
There's 21 books.
21. You done all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, going back, what makes a fairy tale? What are some of the elements that make fairy tale, Jack?
There are many people that there are many creatures that cannot exist in real life.
Yeah, we call it the supernatural people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, or supernatural natural characters. Okay.
Yeah.
And what makes them supernatural?
Mm, maybe they are not. Uh, maybe they eat different food as normal people, and maybe they're very small or very big.
Yeah. So the size, their size, really is somehow like beyond normal, right? And
Yeah.
also, oh, like some of their characteristics are non-human, like or beyond what a normal person can do, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or other things. Normally, when we read about fairy tales, there are, you know, Princes, princesses, kingdoms, fairies, all of those elements, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So today we're going to be reading The Princess and the Pizza. Do you like pizza?
Yeah, it's very delicious.
Very yummy. What kind of pizza do you like the best?
I like vegetable pizza.
Vegetable pizza. Okay. Now let's continue. It is written by Mary Jane and Herm Ouch. Okay, now essential question, please read, Jack.
Where do good ideas come from?
Good ideas come from, right? We need good ideas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right now, what good ideas do you think the world needs? Like almost every country needs right now.
About a cure for the novel coronavirus.
Exactly. It is the cure for the COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard about drugs or a vaccine that could possibly fight against the coronavirus there in China?
Oh, no.
Never. But why do you think things are getting back to normal there in China? Like what makes it, uh, or what makes you, or your government, or your health system, or healthcare system rather, what makes you make it back to normal? What did you do that uh, make things better?
We stay at home,
Hmm.
and the doctors and nurses together they help the patients.
Yeah, exactly. So that is social distancing, right?
Yeah.
So you distance yourself, you keep yourself away from other people, right? Now, how long until you went outside, Jack? Went outside again, Jack?
Maybe tomorrow.
No, no, no. How long? I mean, how long did you like self quarantine or you quarantine yourself at home before you're able to go out again?
2 months.
2 months, right? Yeah. Okay, Jack. Let's read how to find out how our princess gets out of a difficult situation. Okay. Yeah. What do you think this picture tells us?
This picture tells us uh, many 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 women are trying to get a pizza.
Mm-hmm. So you think somebody else is going to give free pizza in the village?
Maybe.
Probably. Okay, but we'll just can keep guessing, right? So for us to be sure, then let's start reading, Jack.
Princess Paulina needed a job.
Paulina.
Princess Paulina needed a job. Her father had given up his throne to become a woodcarver and moved them to a hovel shack in a neighboring kingdom. Since the king was still learning, his carvings didn't sell, and Paulina's garden barely kept enough on the table. Paulina missed princessing. She missed working the peacock in the rose garden, serving the kingdom from the chest of power, and being the princess wave in royal processions.
Okay. So far, what is being exposed in the first two paragraphs in here?
It tells us that the prince's father had given up his throne to become a woodcarver, but his daughter didn't like it
Right. Why do you think um, the daughter didn't agree to the father's decision?
because in the past, she can do all kind of things.
I'm sorry.
because in the past,
On her past life, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm. Or status.
Mm, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So probably she just simply doesn't want to give up her royal status, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, but you could wonder, Jack, why a king traded his position just to be a wood carver. Like we know that there's no reason from the first two paragraphs yet, but just for your own opinion, Jack, or prediction or guess, what do you think?
Maybe
Why do you think the king did that?
maybe at that time, wood cover
Maybe what?
can earn a lot of money selling wood.
I'm sorry. Can you say it again? I didn't get it well. Maybe what?
So
Maybe.
maybe 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 her father thought that
Hmm.
being a woodcover will be more interesting.
More interesting than being a king.
Yeah,
Okay. Maybe her father thought that being a what?
being being a woodcover
Carver
is more interesting.
is more interesting. Right. Now, what do you think is interesting about being a wood carver?
Uh, mm, they can chop down trees and uh, and they can see how old the tree is.
Is chopping a tree really an interesting job?
Actually, it's not.
But when you carve, what do you mean by when you carve? What does a wood carver do? Just to be sure.
They they cut uh, and they cut and sell trees.
No. Can you differentiate lugger versus wood carver?
Oh, mm, uh, I don't know.
A lugger is a person that cuts trees and sell them. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Now, when you say a wood carver, it could be they cut or not, but their main job is really sculpt or carve, carve the tree or the wood rather to any image. Okay,
okay,
do you understand? For example, they would like to make a horse, a wooden horse. Okay,
okay,
so they would carve it. They would form the tree using some tools to make it a wooden horse, something like that. Okay,
okay.
do you think that is interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe the king likes or has a what he calls as a sculpting art, right, or carving skill. But what do you think is not interesting about being a king? You know, the highest rank in town, and he almost has everything in his disposal, but he still traded it to being a wood carver. So what do you think is, what do you think is less interesting or not much interesting when you become a king?
You must uh, when if you are a king, Everyday's life is always the same.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Uh,
Things become
having,
things become routinary, right?
yeah.
Okay. Like what? What do you think? What do you think are some of the things that are routinary things that the king does?
Uh, they always have to uh, think about how to make the country better.
Yeah, their kingdom better, right?
Yeah,
Or how to improve every facet of their kingdom, right?
yeah,
And they would just be there sitting, listening to the advisors report, suggestions, whatever, right? So not really much interesting about. Okay, now what did Princess Paulina, or now we can call her princess anymore because she just simply becomes one of the ordinary citizens, right? What did
yeah.
Paulina miss about being about royal life?
Uh, royal life.
Yeah.
Royal life. In royal life, she can walk the peacock in the royal garden,
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
peacock. Peacock is a it's like is a very wonderful, it's a pretty animal to have, right?
yeah,
Attract. Yeah, it's very attractive to the eyes. What else?
they can. She can survey the kingdom from the castle tower.
Correct. Wow, and you imagine that you are on top of almost everyone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you must have a very nice perspective up there in the castle tower. That's great. What else?
and wave in royal procession.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by she enjoys doing the princess wife in royal processions? How do you exactly understand that, Jack?
Uh, that that will means that she can wave hands to the crowd.
Correct. Wave to the crowd, right? Like a lot of people, of course, would wave at her. She's a royal family, member of the royal family, right?
Yeah,
So maybe she misses the high regard, the high treatment of people in the kingdom to them, right?
yeah.
Okay, so how was the transition like from being royal to just being an ordinary citizen? Was it easy for them?
Uh, it is not because uh, they won't have good 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 things as usual.
Can you say it again, Jack? I mean, your voice became, your voice fainted.
Uh, uh, in a royal life, many people will work for them,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah, correct.
but but if they are just a woodcover or normal citizen,
An ordinary
they
citizen.
they will have to work for themselves.
Okay. So it was obviously that Paulina really struggles, right?
Yeah,
Uh, during their transition from being royal to being just one of the folks. Now, how about the king? Did you find any struggle as well on the king's end?
maybe uh, because in the past, she can tell everybody what to do.
You can demand, right? You can ask. Okay,
Yeah,
could demand or could ask. Okay, but now
but now he has work in the field, and nobody will listen to him.
Okay, other than that, based on your reading, what else did he struggle about?
About money.
Mm-hmm. Money?
Yeah. There will be a lot of service.
I'm sorry, there will be what? Sorry.
Um, um, maybe the money given to the princess and king.
No,
Maybe,
look at that. You can find actually the problem here of the king. What was the king's struggle?
his carving didn't sell.
I'm sorry?
His carving didn't sell.
Okay, correct. Of course, a wood carver carves the wood into any interesting images, right? However,
Yeah,
you've got to sell them, okay? If people like it, probably some people would buy it. However, things to be not as he desired, sales wise, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why do you think the king's carvings didn't sell? I mean, does he shy away
Um,
in his carving skill, or does
and
people hate him? So that's why they didn't buy any stuff from him. What do you think he struggles?
that's because the king was still learning.
Correct. Exactly. The king didn't have that expert skill yet, right? Of
Yeah,
course, everything was just new to him. He's still learning the ropes, and probably later on, he could show some improvement, right?
yeah,
Okay. Any question in that part on that page?
no.
Nothing. All right, let's continue, Jack. Please read it carefully. I'm going to be asking you a question after.
Paulina tried walking a stray chicken around her shack, but it only patted her bare toes. Stirring the kingdom from a shack's leaky roof made even more holes. She tried princess waving to the townspeople on her father's cart. Nobody bothered to wave back. They just thought she was swatting at flies.
Okay. Now, what were being revealed about their life here, especially Paulina's life here?
Uh, when she tried to watch a chicken,
Mm-hmm.
it at her toes.
Yeah, correct. It pecked her toes, right? Because walking as chicken or a straight chicken compared to walking her peacock is kind of different, right?
Yeah,
Straight chicken won't be very friendly and won't be very tame compared to peacocks, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe she has lots of pecks around her on at her bare toes. What else?
And when she tried when she tried to survey the kingdom, she broke the roof.
Correct. She made holes, right? She
Yeah,
poked holes. Why?
because when she has to see the kingdom, she has to climb on the roof.
Yeah, the leaky roof, right? I mean, the kingdom life. Of course, she just surveyed from the tower, right? The
Yeah.
castle tower. The castle tower is castle tower the same as the shaky leaky roof that they have?
No.
No. So it's not much stronger compared to um, the castle tower, right? So
Yeah.
probably it doesn't carry much of her weight, so it made a hole, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, What were different now being shown here? What difference in their life being shown here?
When she tried to wave to the townspeople, nobody would wave back.
Why? Why do you think nobody waved back at her? Before, a lot of people would really wave back at her, but why now? Why not now?
She's not a princess now.
Okay, maybe she forgot, right? She
Yeah.
forgot that their status and in their community is not the same as before. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, any questions so far here?
No more.
Is there anything that you didn't understand? Well, Jack?
No.
Nope. So, since no question, let's proceed to the next page. Please read.
One day, a page rolled past the shack, announcing that Queen Zelda of Bloom was seeking a true princess to become the bride of her son, Prince Rupert. This is my chance to get back to princessing, Polina cried. She rummaged through her trunk of its princess stuff, brushed the wood carvings from her best ball gown, and blew away the bits of sawdust that clung to her diamond tiara. When she touched a piece of garlic into her bodice for good luck, snipped some fragrant herbs to cover up the garlic smell, and headed for the castle. Paulina didn't expect much competition. There wasn't another princess for hundreds of miles. But when she got to Blonde Castle, Selina found she was only one of 12 princesses hoping to become the royal bride.
Okay, thank you. Now let's analyze this one by one. Okay, what does this paragraph tell?
This paragraph tells about a page that said there a true princess can be the bride of Prince Rupert.
Okay, so there was a page, right?
Yeah.
What is a page?
A page is somebody that that give information to people.
Correct, exactly. So a page is it's like a messenger, right?
Yeah.
But rather than sending messages through mails, the pages announces this through the community, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did the page announce?
The page announced uh, that Queen Zelda of Bloom was seeking a true princess to be, to become the bride of Prince Rupert.
Prince Rupert, right? Now, after having heard that, what came to Paulina's mind?
Polina thought that if Prince Rupert uh, wants her to be the bride, maybe she can get a chance to be princess.
Okay, she thought of, oh, this is my chance to go back being a royal, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and what did then she do?
Then then she made herself more beautiful.
Correct. She rummaged through her trunk, right?
Yeah.
That means she searched through her trunk. It's like her closet, okay? All
Yeah.
the ex-princess stuff that she had. What could be the ex-princess stuff that she had there in her trunk? Can you name some?
Maybe there's some old clothes.
Yeah, yeah. The gown, right? Ball gown,
Yeah.
right? What
Yes.
else? Because a princess wears ball gown. all the time, right? Or long.
And very, very pretty clothes.
Sorry?
And lots of pretty clothes.
Yeah, ball gowns and also tiara. What is a tiara? This one is a tiara. Can you see this?
Oh,
Right, it's like her crown, the princess crown, right?
yeah.
Okay, and also she she even tucked a piece of garlic into her bodies for good luck. So this is a superstition that she believed in, right? And also she used her fragrant herbs to cover up the garlic smell and for her as well to smell good, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, why do you think Paulina didn't expect much competition?
Because you know that she isn't a princess now.
No, she expected that there wasn't much competition. Like there wasn't much uh
Oh,
there weren't much
she thinks that
women, yeah, gone.
there just isn't much princess to
Hmm.
compete.
Correct. She thought that, she's the only princess in the premises, right?
Yeah.
Or in the region. But actually, she was surprised that there were 12 of them vying for the spot to become a royal bride, right? Now, that being said, do you think Paulina will stand a chance
Yeah.
of being chosen? Why? What could be her age com- compared to her other royal bride wannabes?
Maybe the other princesses can
Hmm.
be can be more beautiful.
So, so how can she stand a chance if others were more beautiful than her? How can she be chosen for that? What could be her
Mm,
ace, her advantage?
uh, uh, I don't know.
Okay, so let's read on to find out, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to stop and check this time.
Make predictions. How does Paulina feel about her chance of winning? Use text clues to make a prediction.
Do you think uh do you think she feels so confident to win now? Or do you think she would feel less confident?
She will feel less confident.
I'm sorry?
She will feel less confident.
Less confident. Why? What would prompt her to feel less confident?
There's, there's another. There's there's a little princess
Hello,
who
Jack.
hopes
You're
to
almost inaudible. Can you say it again? Hello?
uh, be, because
Okay.
because um, because because there are 12 more princes hoping to be the bride.
Exactly. So she has 11 more competitors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's see how things would develop. Okay. Look at this. Just by looking at this illustration, what does this tell? This is Paulina.
Yeah.
Hmm. What can you
She
say? Bas-
feels like a bit jealous.
Why do you think she's jealous? of the others?
Because the others are much more beautiful than she is.
Okay, if you're gonna pick one of those bride wannabes, who are you gonna pick there?
Maybe the one
My
that's
question is, who do you think is the least ugly? The least ugly
least
to
ugly.
among the seven of them. Just there, just in
Is this
that illustration. Yeah. Are you sure?
one. Yeah.
So do you think if you were Prince Rupert, you would uh, pick her among the crowd, right?
No, I said that she is the least beautiful.
Less what? Least
Uh,
beautiful? Or
I said that she is the least beautiful.
okay. So who do you think is probably the least ugly here?
Mm, this one.
Difficult pick. Okay. Now let's continue. Oh.
Mm. When she looked into her assigned room, Selena saw her bed piled with 16 mattresses. Oh, for Pete's sake! The old princesses and the trick, trick. That's so once upon a time. Naturally, Paulina didn't sleep all night because she felt the lumpy pee through all of the mattresses. When the 12 princesses gathered in the throne room the next morning, the 7 who looked bright-eyed were sent home. Now only Paulina and 4 other sleepy princesses remained. First, they were made to write essays entitled "Why I Want to Have the Grandsons and Exquisitely
Gracious, gracious.
Beautiful, Gracious and
Not gracious, gracious.
Gracious
Okay.
and Exquisitely Beautiful Queen Zelda for my mother-in-law."
Mother mother-in-law. Okay?
Okay,
Okay. Any question? Do you understand this?
no questions.
Are you sure? Okay, now let me ask you a question. Now, what is their first test?
Their first test
There's what we
is,
call the princess and the pea trick, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Can you describe to me or can you tell me uh, this trial? What's the aim or what's the goal for this trial? The old princess and the pea trick. The princess and the pea trick. What is that?
the P trick is to tell who is the real princess, because if you can do it, you must be a prince.
I'm sorry, because if
Because because uh because if you feel it,
what
you're a
what will
real
you
one.
what would you feel?
I will feel that there is nothing on the bed.
No, what? What is there beneath the 16 piles, 16 mattresses? What is there beneath?
Um,
What is there? There is
uh,
a
yeah,
P, right?
oh,
Do you understand?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bed on the
So
bed.
yeah. So those who sleep, yeah, all of them were like given bed, right? They were given a bed to sleep on, and each bed has 16 piles of mattresses, right? a pile of 16 mattresses, okay?
Okay.
And then beneath a pile, there is a pea there. Do you know a pea, right?
Yeah.
It's a food. Right now, if you can sleep well, and if you cannot feel like, if you cannot feel the, like, the pea on your back, so that means you are not a princess material, okay?
Yeah.
Because you are too, uh what do you call this, too strong, or too, what do you call that, yeah, too strong, and to be a princess, okay?
Yeah.
You're more like a man, okay? But if you didn't sleep well because you feel like, oh, I feel comfortable, there must be something there beneath the mattress, I can't sleep well. If you can feel that, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're soft, you're a ladylike, okay? And
Okay.
being soft, being a ladylike is a good quality, one good quality of being a princess, right? So you're
Yeah.
not a princess if you're too hard, or if you're like very manly, very uh, machistic, okay?
Okay.
But actually, she just pretended, okay? She didn't
Okay.
really feel the trick. How does she know that they were actually tested for the princess and the pea trick? How does she know about that?
Because because uh, because because if there isn't this trick, why why would why would sleep on the bed?
How does she know about the trick? Yeah, she
Um.
said, "Oh, the old princess and the pea trick." So she knew it already. That,
Oh.
of course, it was never. They were never told, right? Hey, you
Yeah.
sleep here and you are tested. The goal of the test is that the next morning, who among you feels to have a good sleep, then you didn't feel that pee beneath the mattresses, so you will be out. But those who don't feel comfortable or who didn't get a good night's sleep, then you would pass because you are soft enough to feel that, something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, of course, those things were never told to them, right?
Yeah.
The goal of the pea trick is the princess and the pea trick was never told to them. They were never told that this test is only selecting those who didn't get a good night's sleep. Now, how did she know about it? How, she said, she even said, that's so once upon a time. That challenge is so old. That's so once upon a time. Why did she say that? How did she know the goal of the, or the aim of the pea trick?
Because maybe she had seen a story that that told about the old princess and the pea tree.
Yeah, correct. It could be one, right? It could be one that she heard or read a story about that, or probably because she was a princess before. Okay,
Yeah.
so she must have known this stuff because she was once a princess as well. Okay,
Okay.
okay. Now, when the 12 princesses gathered, uh, only like four of them, no, five of them left, including Polina, right? But
Yeah.
actually, Polina just intend not to sleep that night. Okay,
Okay.
because she already knew she's gonna be winning if she will look haggard the next morning. Okay. So what's our
Okay.
next challenge?
The next challenge is to write essays.
Okay, about why they deserve to be mother-in-law, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. But we don't have much time anymore, Jack. We're just going to continue the story next time. Okay?
Okay.
What are you gonna do after this lesson, Jack?
I'll have a little rest.
Okay. How do you find the plot of the story so far? Does this thing seem to be interesting to you, or do you know
Yeah.
already where do you think this one is going?
I think it's pretty interesting.
Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because for me too, as of now, I don't have a clue as to how this story will further develop. Okay.
Okay.
No question.
No more.
No more. Thanks so much for your time, Jack. Gotta say bye for now, and see you next time. Peace.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.